doorbell rang, and when I answered, I saw my ex standing there with a CPS worker, holding a report about me mistreating my little brother. The worker walked right past me into my house without asking. My ex followed behind her, smirking. "What's this about?" I asked. The worker looked at her clipboard. "It's about neglect and inappropriate behavior toward your 11-year-old brother," she said with disgust in her voice. Like she'd already decided I was already guilty. She started walking through every room, taking notes. She pointed at dishes in the sink. Inadequate living conditions. She opened my brother's bedroom that had 2 t-shirts on the floor. "Signs of neglect. Those are just normal things," I said. "Everyone has dishes sometimes. Abusers always have excuses," she said coldly. When my brother came downstairs and told her I was the best big brother ever, the worker looked right at me and replied, "You're coaching him, huh?" My ex stood in the hallway watching everything with a satisfied smile. Minutes later, the worker went into my brother's room alone. I stood outside the door listening, trying to stay calm while my ex was literally silently laughing in my face. My promotion review was next week. My brother's birthday party was tomorrow. Even if proven false, a scandal like this would ruin everything. The worker came out with my brother looking confused and scared. "I'm removing him from the home pending investigation," she announced. "You can't just take him," I yelled. "Yes, I can." She walked him toward the front door. My ex followed them. I watched through my window as they put my crying brother in the car. I should have been devastated. I should have been panicking. But you see, I knew something so terrible about my ex, something she didn't even know herself. I began laughing to myself as I grabbed my keys, got in my car, and started following them. You see, I always knew a day like this was coming. Back when my ex and I started dating, I was already my brother's legal guardian. He and I always had that typical older brother relationship. I teased him constantly, made fun of his bowl cut, roasted him about everything, but it was our thing, our way of showing love. I was protective of him like crazy. It was that I'm the only one allowed to be mean to him kind of dynamic. But my ex never understood that she kept trying to join in on the jokes, telling him his drawing was stupid and things like that. "Stop being mean to him," I told her one time after she made him cry by making fun of his haircut in front of his friends. "But you're mean to him all the time," she shot back at me. "Why can't I be? It's just jokes." I looked at her. "It's different when you do it. You're not his brother, I am." She rolled her eyes. "That's ridiculous." And no matter how many times I explained it, she just wouldn't stop making fun of him. She kept crossing that boundary. The final straw came when she told one of my brother's friends a rumor about how my brother still wets the bed. He didn't, but the rumor spread through his entire school. He came home crying one day because kids were bullying him, calling him the sheet soaker. When I found out what she did, I immediately broke up with her. In the aftermath, she went crazy, started screaming at me in front of him. "This is ridiculous. It was just a joke. I hate this little brat." She pointed at my brother and turned to him. "You ruined us." That was when I fully saw her true colors. I kicked her out and never spoke to her again. Honestly, I did her a favor. After what she did, I could have just reported her and gotten her deported. Her visa was expired and she never felt the need to renew it. But I decided to give her a chance. Well, not anymore. I continued following their car. They tried switching lanes, making unexpected turns, but I stuck to them like a stepsister to a washing machine. After 20 minutes of following, I realized they were heading to the temporary housing facility where they'd keep my brother while they investigated. We pulled up to the facility. The worker and my ex got out with my brother. My ex turned around and yelled at me, "You can't stop this. He's ours now." But I ignored her and walked straight into the building, past all of them. I only looked back at my brother and gave him our signal that meant I got this. Inside, I went directly to the CPS desk. A woman looked up at me. "I need to file a report," I said. "Someone just showed up at my house claiming to be CPS, but she didn't give a case number. She just took my brother. I think the report was false." The woman's face went serious. "There's one more thing," I added. "The person who made the false report, her immigration visa expired 6 months ago." The woman looked up sharply. She picked up her phone and made another call. CPS workers and officers went outside immediately. I watched through the window as they approached my ex and the worker at the door. They started asking questions, checking credentials. My ex's face turned terrified instantly, like a chicken knowing it's about to be turned into dinner. Officers put handcuffs on both of them. I walked outside to look. My ex stared at me with a facial expression of a shocked Pikachu, absolutely speechless. My brother was released to me immediately. He ran over and hugged me tight. I told him to go wait in the car. I walked over to my ex one last time. She looked up at me, furious. "This isn't over," I smiled. "You're right. You've still got a 14-hour flight to go. Then it's over."